Welcome to another DorkLair action figure review. Today I'm taking a look at the Mythic Legions LegionsCon exclusive Adaith, the Unknown One. I am actually in the middle of LegionsCon right now, and because I love the DorkLair audience so much, especially the people that couldn't make it here, I decided I would pop up out of the madness of the convention and crank out a quick little review here. And this is a figure that was designed by Bill Mancuso of the Four Horsemen. Apparently he designed it a long time ago, and they felt that LegionsCon would be a really good place to, a good spot to slot this figure in. And while it doesn't have any real new parts or anything like that, it's a lot of the same parts we've been seeing for quite some time. It does have this very consistent paint application. And one interesting decision I thought was the lower neck. So this actually uses a dwarf neck, which is really neat because it gives him that helmet that's like submerged down into the collar piece that I think really drives home the uniqueness of this figure that doesn't bring much new parts-wise, but combination-wise, I think it is very interesting. And paint-wise, it's got some really neat things going on. All these blood vessels or what have you throughout the wings. It's got a very interesting, deep reddish black type armor throughout, and some pretty cool accessories as well. So very, very cool figure. Let's get into this review. And here's a look at the packaging. I did buy two, so I have an extra to kind of show the packaging with. We've got the Mythic Legions info on that side there. On the back, we have the amazing, as always, Nate Barch art, the LegionsCon logo up top here, exclusive to November 5th. November 5th is the day for Adaith. November 6th, the Sunday, is the date for the Furious 4. This head sculpt here is exclusive to the LegionsCon version in this packaging, but the rest of this figure will get a regular release at a future date. And even these LegionsCon exclusive versions will go up online on, I think, Legion's shop like a week or two after the event. So look for that. Follow Legion's shop, follow Mythic Customs, so that you can be informed when that goes up. They usually let you know ahead of time. Okay, bringing it in for a close-up. Here's the head sculpt, and it's got those long horns, and it has the swap-out wings. I'll show you when we get to the accessories. Nothing really innovative or anything. It's really just the same sculpts that we've seen, but the choices in terms of the color and the assembly are very interesting to me, because we have that lower neck. It's a dwarf neck peg, so it lets the head sit lower on that figure there. And then we have that deep blood color armor, just like a deep purpley type of reddish color on the armor there, contrasted with parts here and there, like the gauntlets, the little elbow protector things, the boots that have just a straight up black type paint application. The wings have these cool painted in veins, so usually those are not like a different color. But this time they decided to color those veins in red, which is very cool. I do have a little paint slop over here. Like there's this one little piece here, and then over in this area, it doesn't quite follow the sculpt of the vein down, but overall it's just a really cool, impressive look. It's an awesome looking figure. This thing is just evil. And I love those red eyes that in just that right light, they almost glow. So that's a very cool thing. I don't think I realized that when I saw the preview images, that those eyes would be this red. Very cool stuff. Next up, let's get a look at Adaith standing with a few other figures. First up on the left, we have Thwick with a couple added parts, the skirt and belt from Artemis, and a pair of horns and the shield on the back and stuff. And then on the right, we have Sir Gerard, of course. And to see him next to a couple other lines on the left, we have a kit-bashed He-Man from the Masterverse line, primarily using the 40th anniversary He-Man body and the Viking He-Man parts. On the right, we have the Mafex Batman Dark Knight Returns. Next up, let's talk about accessories, and he does come with this alternate skeleton head sculpt that is exclusive to the LegionsCon version. This head sculpt does come with a neck peg there, and it's got glossy black eyes and an articulated jaw. I kind of think I prefer this head. I think this looks really cool. I just love the reds they're using with this. That blood red is fantastic. And then for the primary head sculpt, you can remove those pieces here, and you can add on the wing pieces that are very similar to the main head of Sir Gerard. So you get those wings as well, which is, I love that option. This is one of my favorite looks right here, this head sculpt with these wings. And then it does come with 2 of the classic leather straps that I think the figure was really, like the design, the original look was supposed to have him with this across the chest this way. But for the sake of time and me wanting to get back down, I didn't really do a lot of swapping here. Then we have a pair of the bone-handled axes, and there's a ton of detail painted into these things. I mean, the blade has 2 tones there. You have the bone itself, and then some more detailed paint on that little rivet or screw or whatever. And then the wraps almost look fleshy, or I don't know, they're kind of like gross looking, but very neat, very gruesome pair of axes right there. And like I said, it does come with the dwarf neck peg that allows the head to kind of rest a little bit lower behind the collar. Next up, let's talk about articulation, and I'm gonna start with the wings, and then I'll remove them and we can talk about the rest of the figure. So the wings do peg in, so that's a swivel right there, and then there's a hinge right in here on each wing so that they can come out backwards this way and be sort of opened up this way. And then there's one more hinge up top there. And these feel, you know, tight enough to like hold up. They're obviously gonna be awkward sometimes, but you can fan the wings out pretty far, and then you can get the figure, you know, this isn't the best pose, but you can get the figure standing on his own with the wings fanned way out. Head is on a ball joint at the top of the neck, and this particular head has the articulated jaw, so that works. The shoulder pauldrons are pegged into the back so they can swing up and down like this. Arms can go out into a T-pose, almost level. Single jointed elbows come up to about 90 degrees. There is a twist at that same elbow, twist at the gauntlet, twist at the wrist, and then the wrist has the horizontal hinges. Ball joint at the waist, he can crunch forward and back, and then he can kind of twist side to side. Leg can kick forward, you can kick back, you can twist it at the top of the thigh, out into the splits, single jointed knee, twist below the knee, and then you have an ankle rocker and twist, and the ankle can hinge downward and upward as well. Last but not least, I will leave you with one quick swap, and that is to take the exclusive head sculpt and put it on Sir Gerard last year's LegionsCon figure, and I think that looks great, and I do really love this head. I love the glossy black eyes and the fact that they went with the articulated jaw. Anyways, thanks for watching my video, and until next time, may the Force be with you.